service.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's much better now, but one quick story I'll leave you with is the night that Crashing, his HBO show, was premiering for the first time was a Sunday night. He was out in LA doing stand-up. I saw him Saturday night. Had a good time with him. Sunday night he calls me. And hey, what's up, Artie? He goes, I said, I can't wait for your show. He goes, listen, don't get mad. I said, what's my what? He says, I need some cocaine. I said, is this a joke? He goes, no, I need it. I can't go to HBO. They want to fly me to HBO tomorrow and to San Francisco and sit down with the bosses. And I can't do it. And he sold me on this thing that he couldn't be straight. And I said, Artie, this is a weird position to put me in. Well, long story short, call me a scumbag, whatever you want, but I tried to find him some because he was begging me. It took me hours to find somebody with cocaine in LA. And so I thought, wait a minute, we could just go to a certain restaurant and cop from 2 or 3 guys that are always there. I forgot. So we went. I introduced him to a guy. He got some shit. But went back to his hotel room. We didn't watch Crashing.
You didn't watch it?
We didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I watched him get high. And we had a good talk, as you normally do when somebody's on, well, not a good talk, but a long talk. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, I drove home. 7 a.m., he's calling me for more.
Yeah.
I said, Artie, here's the guy's number. And that began, and I'm sorry, the next day he asked me if I knew how to get heroin. I said, dude, that's nothing. I'm not even anywhere near. That's not in my wheelhouse. But that began his downturn with all this shit that's happened the last 2 years. Literally that weekend with me.
Wow.
And I feel guilty about it, but we've talked since then. And he said, it would have been somebody else. I just knew you liked me enough as a friend that I could appeal to you. I guess what he was saying is he went through his list of people and they already were burned or went through it with him. And I was a fresh name, put it that way.
Yeah, he could take advantage of you as an enabler, which he did.
He did. He said, I'll give you X amount of money if you could get this to me. At the time, I needed it, and I was rationalizing, going, you know what?
He's going to get it anyway. Yeah.
Of course. But that began everything for him. And
did you get high? Did you get high with him that night?
No, not that night. I did. No, that's a lie. I did a few lines, but is that getting high? I guess it's.
Of course, it's getting high. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but it wasn't. No, it's like when someone lays out a line and they keep it all for themselves. To me, it's like I don't consider that getting high. I know I did it, but I didn't get high. I just did a bump or a line and I left, and he.
No, I hear you.
Did all. But I understand. Like if we sat down together and did it together, that's getting high to me.
Well, for me, the second I put coke in my body, like I haven't done coke in, I don't know, 5 years or something.
I'm sure.
And I would feel it. You know what I mean?
I felt it, but I also felt gaggy and nauseous. So
yeah.
I'd already stopped years before that, but I wanted to be social
and you're with Artie.
You wanted to say that story. I got high with Artie because I never had.
Right.
So in that respect, yeah, I did it. But I hate what happened to him. He really has such a fucking problem with it, man. It's unbelievable.
Well, he's a serious fucking drug addict. The question, I personally believe he can turn it around. Him on the back of that garbage truck was the best I saw him look
wasn't it?
in a long, long time. And it's going to humble him. And he needs to be humbled, and he needs to stay off Twitter, and he needs to stay off everything.
Definitely.
You know?
That's and I equate my situation in the same way, although not nearly on his level, but a sense or an occurrence of being humbled has to happen before anything stops. Otherwise, if you got a bunch of people around you who want to have fun off your back and off your wallet, you'll never fucking stop, ever. And he had a couple of people next to him who were such enablers, including his buddy Dan, who produced the show.
Oh, yeah.
Knew Artie was doing shit.
Sure.
I went to Artie's apartment to do a show one day, and he came out of the bedroom holding a tissue in his hand like we all used to when we were getting high. And I looked at my nephew and I said, holy shit, he's fucking getting high. And this is way before this was like 5 years ago. And I said, of course he's high. He's holding a tissue in his hand. But we don't do that unless we have a cold. And if we have a cold, we don't have friends over. It's just, anyhow, he had enablers near him. And,
well, I used to go like track him to the Cumia when he was doing the show with Anthony Cumia. He was so bad. He had this kid from New Jersey would drive his Jeep in and just sit in the Jeep while he did the show. And the dude dude was obviously on heroin, and the dude would be, and he would walk me to the Jeep, and he would introduce me to the kid, and it was like, it was as though I was the kid, because I had the same kind of life, so I saw what I was looking at. And then one time, and I don't think I've ever told this story on Dopey. I'm going to tell it to you real quick. We left. I was at the Cumia show with him, and he was a fucking mess. And it was like the end of January or February, I think last year, and it was like still cold, and he didn't have a jacket, and he was a fucking disaster. And it was like freezing rain, and the kid wasn't there, and he was like, "How do I get home?" And I said, "I'm not sure." I said, "I think you have to take the PATH train." And he goes, "Will you walk me?" And I said, "Yeah." So I held him, and Artie Lange's like my fucking hero. So I walk him to the PATH train, holding an umbrella over his head, and he says to me, "Can I get the train here?" And I never even fucking taken the PATH to Hoboken or whatever.
I wouldn't know how to do it.
So, and then I said, "There's a cab," and I walked him to the cab, and he was like, "I love you, man, thanks, blah, blah, blah." And I was just like, dude, like, if you ever need anything, but he was so feeble, and he looks like he could have been dead that week. He could have been dead a million times.
No. Yeah, he really should be dead a number of times. I mean, one time he texted me a picture of all the heroin he had, and it was about 80 little bags.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it took him to use it, but I said, "Artie, what the fuck, man? Don't worry, I'll be fine. There's just no talking to him. It's there were literally two different Artie Langes. When he's high, it's like Chris Farley. I heard from David Spade, there were two different Chris Farleys, and Farley would just get high with strangers, and all strangers wanted to do was say, "I got high with Chris Farley."
Right.
So he turned nobody down. And your best friends eventually go, "Fuck you, I'm going home. Fuck it.
Right.
Fuck it."
No, I hear
the way
you.
it goes.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I heard he has other mental issues, but when he was getting high, he actually told me that he wanted to co-host Dopey with me, which was like, which was this great moment in my mind, this great like fake me believing something was going to happen.
You listen, he told me I was going to be his partner on the Artie show, on his show in New Jersey.
Right.
He told me, "Let's do a show. I want you on my show. I'll pay $100,000 a year." I had those conversations too.
Isn't that the best? Isn't that the best that we could be on the phone right now on my weird addiction podcast, swapping things Artie promised us stories? That's so funny.
It's sad, and he's not the only one who does it when they're high. It's just, it's gross.
That's part of the thing. That's part of the thing.
It's also the secret handshake, the guy in the car waiting for you, the phone number. It's just so many things.